Jai Shri Ganesh, Jai Shri Krishna, Namaste everyone. Welcome to Gurukul, a school of Bhakti Yoga, Vedic classes for grade K to 12. As you all know that I am taking free Vedic online classes for kids. Many parents and kids were interested to look at the slide presentation that I have created for the class. I thought why not share a description along with the slides. So thought of creating this video. Hope it's going to help you all. So I start the class by explaining kids the meaning of Guru, which is teacher. And I believe that the supreme teacher is God himself. And the Vedic knowledge that we are going to get is always through him. The means can be different. For example, when kids are small, they have parents as their teacher. When they grow big, they learn from their friends, from brothers and sisters, from school teacher, right? Here the Vedic knowledge, I am believing that it's coming from Supreme Teacher, who is God Himself. Now, I have named Gurukul-A School of Bhakti Yoga. So, yoga means connection with God or Supreme Energy. So, there are various ways to get connected. As God is infinite, there are different ways to get connected to Him. And there is Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga. And in this particular sessions, I am trying to explain about Bhakti Yoga. So, let's begin our classes. I tell kids importance of deep breathing and Om chanting. So we do deep breathing at least for 3 times, and I explain the importance of deep breathing, which is to calm our mind. As you all know that there are dimensions which are invisible. For example, you are able to see your hands, your legs, but you are not able to see something like your thoughts, but you know that they are there. So thoughts are mostly created in your mind. And if there are a lot of thoughts, it's very difficult to focus or concentrate on one particular thing. So one of the very simple way is to deep breathe. Now it is said that breath has a connection between body and mind, and a deep breathing calms our mind. So I explained that there are a lot of exercises of breath itself where we do different variation of breathing, which is known as pranayam. But here we are just going to do deep breathe. So I explained them how to do deep breathing, and we do deep breathing 3 times. So if kids are watching this video as a revision for the regular class, they can deep breathe 3 times the way I show it to them. It's like you can with your hand, when you are raising your hand, it means you are breathing in and then breathing out. So best way to do these exercises are to sit down on the floor with crisscross legs, but it's okay if kids are sitting on sofa or chair. The most important thing is to keep your back straight and then do deep breathing. If kids wants to do deep breathing along with this video, let's do it 3 times. First, deep breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Now after this, we are going to chant Om for 3 times. So I explained the importance of chanting Om. It's said to be the sound of the universe. As kids love to know more about the space is so huge, and therefore it has a lot of energy too. Now everything in this world is vibrating at a particular frequency, and it has a sound. Okay, so ancient yogis have learned how to hear this sound and they realize that the sound is Om. And I also wanted to tell one thing, that like God is outside and also within us. So many yogis, they used to do meditation, and they were able to hear the knowledge from within. And these Vedic knowledge also sometime can be understood by yogis in deep meditation. So one of the ways to chant Om. So how we are going to chant Om is, as we learned how to deep breathe in, the same way we are going to deep breathe in, and while exhaling we are going to chant Om. And Om is comprised of three sound, O and Ma. So some people can chant like or you can combine the entire sound as Om. So you can say Om. So let's begin chanting Om. Deep breathe in. One more time. One more time. So it is said that when we chant Om, we can actually start vibrating in the frequency or the sound vibration of the universe, and it's very easy to get positive energy from the universe. So we should all deep breathe and chant Om. Now here I am going to tell you that we are going to learn shlokas and mantra. Now before I start, I usually ask kids about what kind of what languages they know. So some say they know English, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, like that. So I ask them that see, if I start talking to you in French, will you be able to understand? And they all say no, because mostly it's difficult to communicate if you don't have a common language. So but if I tell them, for example, in Spanish, hola means hello, and later I tell them hola, they will know that okay, when I'm saying hola, I'm saying hello to them, and they can communicate back to me with the same sentence. So here what I wanted to explain is shlokas and mantras, they are written in Sanskrit language, and as they don't know Sanskrit language, they might not understand what we are saying in Sanskrit. What does these shloka mean? So before I chant, I tell them the meaning of these shlokas, so that they have that essence of the particular mantra in the back of their mind. And even though they don't understand Sanskrit, we are still going to chant these mantras in Sanskrit, because there is scientific reason behind Sanskrit language, and that's why we will continue chanting in Sanskrit. Now shlokas and mantra, they actually work on our subtle body system. So as I told that we have visible dimension like hands, legs, which we can see, and there is invisible dimension like mind, intelligence, ego, which we are not able to see, but they are more powerful than our body. For example, when kids, they have a thought in their mind like, oh, I'm hungry, what they do is they move out of their sofa where they're sitting, they go out into the kitchen, and they take a cookie from a cookie jar, and they eat it, and they are very happy and satisfied. So the thought that was created in the mind, it actually made the body move. So it's always said that mind is more powerful than the body. So these mantras, they work on these dimensions to make them powerful. And chanting always give us lot of spiritual energy. We also chant these shlokas and mantra, so to pray to God and thanking him because He has given us human body so that we can self-purify ourselves and advance in spiritual path. So next time when kids have this question that why am I attending these classes, why am I learning shlokas and mantra, they can refer to this particular slide to know the importance of these shlokas and mantras. Now I begin my mantras with Lord Ganesha mantra, and here we have Lord Ganesha's very famous mantra. So I explain the meaning of this mantra and also tell them few information about Lord Ganesha, like he has many names like Ganpati, Vinayak, and he loves to eat laddus and modak. And we usually in our regular classes, it's very interactive, like kids tell me what they know about Lord Ganesha and what festival they have celebrated, and if they know any story about Lord Ganesha. Now I explain the essence. Kids can read the meaning here which is written, and I would just explain in short the essence of this mantra. So it is said that Lord Ganesha is Pratham Pujya, means he is always worshipped first before we begin our any work, studies, or any particular assignment. And because it is said that Lord Ganesha removes any problems or obstacles that come during that work. So many times it happens that we have prayed to the God, Lord Ganesha, but still while we are doing work, some problem comes. So that does not mean Lord Ganesha didn't help us or he didn't remove the problem. He actually might be giving us energy to solve those problems. So I explain kids that see, you have lot of problems in math. That does not mean those problems are bad. Those problems are there because you have to understand one particular concept, and once you learn that concept, for example, when kids are in very young age, they find math problem of addition very difficult, but once they understand the concept, you kids might say, oh come on, keep giving me problems on addition, I can do them all. So same way problems happen in life, and they are there to explain us the art of living, and how to solve those problems is an art, and once you understand it, you will cross those problems. So many times Lord Ganesha, either he removes the problems, or if the problem still comes, that means he is giving us energy to solve it and understand how to live life. So most of our mantras that I teach in the class are in a singing way. I have added a tune because I always believe that when we have a tune in the mantra, kids can remember it for a longer time. So listen to the tune for this particular mantra. Vakritunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. So as many kids will not be able to read in Hindi or Sanskrit which is written, so I have also written it in English so kids can read it. And I always ask kids that if you don't know any particular word and it's big in Sanskrit, you just try to break it in like 2 or 3 letters and then say, for example, there is Nirvignam written here, so what you can say is Nirvignam, like that. If you say, you will be able to pronounce. And first we in the beginning of few classes we try to make the pronunciation clear, and then later we will be singing. Now the second mantra we are doing here is for Goddess Saraswati, and I tell them the essence of the meaning of this particular mantra. It's like Goddess Saraswati, she is goddess of knowledge and wisdom, and like we pray to Lord Ganesha to help us remove problems from our work or give us energy, we pray to Goddess Saraswati to give us knowledge and wisdom. And here you can see that she loves peacock and she loves to wear white and golden sari. She plays a musical instrument which is known as veena. Now on one of her hand there are few papers, those are Vedic knowledge, and on one of her hand she is holding a necklace which kind of thing which is a chanting bead. There are 108 beads and many yogis they chant name of God in that, like they can say Radhe 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 or Krishna Krishna Krishna, or they can even chant any one particular mantra for 108 times. Listen to the music for this particular mantra.
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा.
Now we move on to Lord Shiva mantra. So I explain kids about they can see that Lord Shiva is having a weapon which is Trishul, a trident, and he plays a damru which is attached to the Trishul. Like Goddess Saraswati, she plays veena, Lord Shiva plays damru, and he is also worshipped in the form of Shiv Lingam. So in front of Lord Shiva you can see one stone structure, that is Shiv Lingam, and Lord Shiva has made it very easy for anyone to pray to him. For example, if you are praying to any god, you feel like you should have an idol of him and then pray to him. Lord Shiva, he made Shiv Lingam, which is very easy to make. So even kids can use play doh and make that make Shiv Lingam and pray to it. I tell them that if your mom is making puri, you can even take that dough and make Shiv Lingam, and then you can do puja. So it's very simple to offer prayers to Lord Shiva. And then I tell them story about or why he is known as Gangadhar. They can see river Ganga coming out from his hair. And then I tell in short the story of Neelkantha, why he is known as Neelkantha. And I share or I ask kids what they know about Lord Shiva. So they a few kids do tell that okay, he's father of Lord Ganesha and his wife is Goddess Parvati. He also has one son whose name is Kartikeya, like that. And then I tell them the essence of this particular mantra. It's basically we are praying to Lord Shiva, thanking him for everything, and we are praising him for his qualities, and we are saying that I bow to Shiva and Shakti together. So listen to the tune of this mantra.
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि.
Now, as you all know that Navratri is going on, so I also explain kids about Navdurga forms, and we all chant Jai Mata Di, which is very simple but it's very powerful. And you can see Goddess Durga over here, and I explained them about this hibiscus flower, which is one of her favorite flower, which is called as Mandar or Gudhal in Hindi. And then we chant the name of 9 goddess, which is Shalaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda, Skandmata, Katyayani, Kalratri, Mahagauri and Siddhiratri. I have a very nice slide, basically one picture where I have details about all these 9 forms of goddess. So I ask each kid to read one about one goddess, and there is pictures about all the 9 goddesses. Then we chant goddess Durga mantra, and the essence of it is like she is the best among the best. She is most auspicious, and we all pray to her as a refuge, and so that she can be with us always. So listen to the tune for this particular mantra.
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते.
Kids can read the meaning of this mantra as it is written over here by pausing this video whenever they want. Then another is Devi Stuti. Again, the essence of it is like Goddess Durga resides within all of us in the form of Shanti, which is peace, Shakti, which is energy, Matru, which is like mother, as she is taking care of us, Buddhi means intelligence, and we are praying to her, we bow to her again and again. So listen to the tune of this mantra.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमः तस्यै नमः तस्यै नमः तस्यै नमो नमः.
Then we move on to Lord Vishnu's mantra, and I tell them about Lord Vishnu, who's holding in his 4 hands Shankh, Chakra, Gada and Kamal. Shankh is conch, Chakra is discus or wheel, is like a weapon. For Lord Vishnu, Gada, which is club, and Kamal, which is lotus in his hand. I am going to add a story of incarnation of Lord Vishnu very soon. So, and here we have a very simple but very powerful mantra, which is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Usually this is the most simplest but very powerful, so we all kids along with kids we chant this few times. So listen to the tune for this mantra.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Okay, now we come to Bhagavad Gita shloka. Here I have just written one of the shloka for the Lord from Bhagavad Gita, but I'm going to add more shlokas like Karmanyeva Adhikaresте, that one, or Sarv Dharman Parityajya, those Bhagavad Gita shloka. So basically I explained them that Bhagavad Gita is the song of God, and it was a conversation, or it's a conversation between Arjuna and Lord Krishna, and the knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita is eternal. So I ask kids what you want to become as you grow big. So some say they want to become artist, some want to become astronaut, some want to become teacher, some want to become doctor or engineer. So I tell them that see, till grade 12 you all are mostly in the same school, but later you are going to follow your passion and will be joining a different college with different majors. But the knowledge that you are going to gather to become one particular person is going to be different. But the knowledge which is in Bhagavad Gita and that you can learn by reading Bhagavad Gita is eternal. Means it doesn't matter what you become, whether you become artist, astronaut, doctor, engineer, or whatever you become, whether you live in India, USA, Canada, Australia, wherever you live, this knowledge will remain the same. So now why is it same? For example, we all look so different, right? Someone is short, someone is tall, someone is thin, someone is fat. So someone is boy, someone is girl, but internally we all are same. So there is one sameness, one similarity in all of us, which is soul. And this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge of that particular soul. That's why it remains the same. And like kids, it's usually said that kids have lot of questions, but it's like even adults have lot of questions. And here in the picture you can see Arjuna was having lots and lots of question, and who's sitting down, he's Arjun, and the person who is standing with his hand on his chest, he is Lord Krishna. So Arjuna kept on asking question, and Lord Krishna kept on answering him, and these question and answers, they were so beautiful that they are known as Song of God, that is Bhagavad Gita, and they are all in the spiritual plane. So now I have taken just one shloka which is very simple, and it also refers to kind of bhakti yoga. So it is said that God, everything belongs to God, right? He doesn't want anything from us, but still he says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, means Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 shloka number 26, that if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. So in Bhagavad Gita there are like 18 chapters and almost 700 shlokas, but this I have taken one particular shloka, and you can listen to the tune of this shloka.
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तत् अहं भक्तियुपहृतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः.
So, Shri Krishna or God, He is eternal Father or parent for us. He has everything. What we can give to Him, right? We can know everything belongs to Him. But still, if we offer with love, okay, a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, He accepts it. And whenever He returns it back, it makes it millions of time more good and spiritual, filled with spiritual energy. So I ask kids that it will be very nice if they have flowers in their garden, or when they buy flower, they can offer that flower to Lord Krishna or any God's picture that they have it at home. Even while they are eating fruits, they can just wash that fruit and offer it to God and then eat it, because then it becomes prasadam, full of spiritual energy, and we all are going to get lot of energy by eating it. So this is one of the shloka. Now here in this slide I share Lord Krishna's picture, which is at my home temple, and Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati at my home temple, telling them that I found one flower which was very pretty, so I decorated hair of Bal Krishna, which is Laddu Gopal or Antu Gopal, on the left side in the picture, and on the right side I have offered it to Lord Shiva's Shivlingam and to Goddess Parvati. Then I tell them that Lord Krishna's favorite leaf is Tulsi, and Lord Shiva's favorite leaf is Bel Patra. And basically what God is trying to explain it to us is that the most beautiful language is the language of love. He wants all of us to be loving and caring. That is one of the message that God always try to explain it to us. Then I explain about prasadam. So here I tell them the importance of prasadam, and for that I have taken few pictures from Lord Jagannath Puri temple. Here kids can see the picture of Lord Jagannath, Balbhadra and Subhadra ji, which is who are basically Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram and Goddess Subhadra. They are brothers and sister, and every year in Puri, we have Rath Yatra, where you can see here the chariots. All these three gods, they sit on these chariot and come out for procession. And on the right side, you can see prasadam. There are a lot of type of food items that are prepared for the Lord, and it is said that God loves to eat food, and devotees offer them almost 56 type of food items. That's why it is known as Chappan Bhog. And also in one of the shloka of Bhagavad Gita, which is 3.13, that means chapter 3, shloka number of verse number 13, Lord Krishna tells that the devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for the sacrifice. So I explained it to kids that you can offer fruits and sattvic food before eating to the Lord. This food will become prasadam and it's full of spiritual energy. Then we all sing this particular Aarti, Om Jai Jagdish Hare Aarti, and I request all kids, whoever can, bring the puja bell with them. We all ring the bell and sing this Aarti, and if they don't want to bring the bell, puja bell, that's fine. They can just clap their hands and we all sing this particular Aarti, which is Om Jai Jagdish Hare. So yeah, I wanted to tell that there will be more and more things coming up in our classes. Like I am planning to add Hanuman Chalisa, Ashta, Lakshmi Stotram, Lingashtakam, Lord Vishnu's avatar story, Lord Narsimha's prayer, Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Aarti, and I'm going to add more and more of Bhagavad Gita shloka. And there is a very beautiful bhajan, Yashomati Nandan. And as God is infinite, there are infinite stories and mantras and shloka for them. I'll try to add as much as I can, and I'm going to repeat these things as well so that kids try to remember them and chant. In our culture we have been chanting same shloka for so many years, but still they are very important. So I request all kids to keep chanting, and they can refer to this video whenever they want. And I would like to thank you so much everyone for joining. See you again next time, and we end our class by saying Radhe Radhe. So here in the picture, as you can see, Lord Krishna and Radha Rani. So I explained it to kids that Lord Krishna's devotees sometime, instead of saying Jai Shri Krishna, they also say Radhe Radhe, because Shri Krishna loves Radharani so much that sometimes if we call Shri Krishna, he might not come because let's say he is testing you or he wants to come little later. But if you call Radhe Radhe or you say Radhe Radhe, he will definitely come. And there is no difference between the name and God himself. So if you say Radhe or Radharani, means Radharani is here. If you say Krishna, that means Krishna is here. So we always end our class by saying Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe.